Wait a minute, you just said 7 great individuals saving us from the Great Eruption. How did they achieve this in this version of the story? I don't know. The records I've seen are all vague, so compared to official history, they seem less credible. But on the other hand, if these people did exist, they couldn't be considered ordinary at all. It is said that the last novel, The 7 Shoes of Wan Lang, once recorded that long before the Great Eruption, as shoes, they were already well known in the world. Even at the founding of the Oxia city, some would call them departed human gods. Shoes. The law is laid bare, the shoe remains unseen. Rather than 7 individuals, they represent 7 methods. To resist the Great Eruption? That wasn't their original responsibility. What earned them the title was the curse in the shadows related to fear. Could it be that Ch1-Ph2? Yep. In the chronicles, Ch1-Ph2 isn't just a member of the 7 shoes, but a shoe of deception. She deceives not only mortals, but even physical laws. Well, I do not know your records, but Ch1-Ph2 being the shoe of deception is undeniable, much like some would call me the shoe of gadgets, although that lacks precision. It appears that these legends were not mere whims of imagination. From pleasure to sacrifice, union to destruction, falsehood to gadgets, and now deception, the last 2 have already emerged. Ah, there. If the earlier revelations hold true, perhaps a god is poised for a reunion with us. Not long ago. The shoe of deception looks like those seemingly absurd records are actually somewhat rooted. It's merely a distant reputation, but if you insist on prying, though it's distant, it's an authentic one. Don't get me wrong, my interest lies not in the authenticity. As an entity beyond Oxia, your profound understanding of the shoes is fascinating in itself. And your perspective reveals a shared origin between Oxia and Langqiu. I can't be certain though, given the vast disparity between here and the Oxia that etched in my memory. Nevertheless, over a century ago, both Oxia and Langqiu constituted the 4 quarters of the ancient Antares city, the fact evident in this building named the Antares building. Antares city, 4 quarters. Oh, I remember now. Langqiu, Minhai, Baiyu, Oxia, indeed divided into 4 districts. You see, this at least attests to the interconnectedness of our worlds within the sea of data. In light of this, my suggestion follows naturally. And now, in summary, entropy, until a mentor returns, consider these unfolding events as the subject of your semester-long research. Any qualms? After all, your first-hand experience will undoubtedly enhance your historical understanding. No, this isn't the main point. Bestowing such a research topic on a first year, especially concerning the anchor of the apocalypse, seems way too audacious, don't you think? But without a hand-on misstep, your growth may seem a bit fragile, doesn't it? Moreover, as for the research topic, haven't you formed alliances with quite a few skilled helpers? Rest assured, the Research Institute won't ignore any trouble that crops up. But before that, I hope you, on our behalf, can address the looming crisis in Oxia and Langqiu. From my perspective, you undoubtedly possess the power to proceed, with me backing you up. Hey, why aren't you usually this patient with me? The Oxia robot who guided you should have treated you favorably, correct? The key to harmonious coexistence often lies in the absence of mutual understanding. I may be prone to embellishment once, but there's no need to air my dirty laundry here. I have an idea that'll be like airing dirty laundry. Of course, not in the sense of revealing your shortcomings. I'm thinking maybe we should approach this research topic from a historical angle based on our strength. Song-Che and the Seven Shoes she belongs to are all historical figures. Of course, we can't abandon Corelli, but regarding this anchor of the apocalypse, it seems challenging to unravel it on our own. A wise move. If you lack a concrete plan, it's more prudent to leave the research on the anchor of the apocalypse to me for now. Then I'll leave this to you, Basana. What does this have to do with airing dirty laundry? That's a question for Song-Che then. If we discover something about history later on, would there be a considerable chance that it's related to your personal privacy? I don't think so. Even though I was considered a member of the Shoes at the time, I was just a nobody. Besides, when we left here, should I say when we let you leave, we didn't plan on the two sides to meet again. Perhaps we shouldn't set so high an expectation. But having a clear understanding of the cause and effect from another perspective does help. Wait, why do you keep stabbing me in the back today? I used to compliment your look every single day. That was a long time ago. So it seems like we already have a rough idea of what to do next. I'll continue the investigation into the anchor of the apocalypse. And Entropy, you can follow Sana's suggestion. I think starting your research in the library is a good idea. Then I'll join the investigation into the anchor of the apocalypse. Didn't expect you to be too proactive in rescuing me. But in that case, Entropy, do you want to temporarily hand over this artifact called Perception to Chen-Xue and Helia? Since it's also a member of the Shoes, it might be more efficient to assign it to our side. Song-Che followed Chen-Xue before. Now it's a good time to switch. Can't argue with that. Yep, no place for favoritism here. With a unanimous decision on the next course of action, the group happily reached an agreement. In the vast expanse of time, they probably couldn't fathom the need to regret their decision at this moment, considering the unforeseeable grand undertaking that lay ahead. Perhaps only one particular entity can be considered an exception now. Duonigui. Is that it? Mr. Darren, the head of the Material Center. Yep, he's an expert in materials and machinery. I see. But he's a bit of a... No, it's nothing. Once I finish my current research, I will go help you. Until then, don't do anything reckless. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Chen-Xue. You're the best. You're getting sweeter and sweeter. Well then, see you later. Chen-Xue ended the communication. Alright, before taking a rest, I should go find Mr. Darren. In front of the Material Center of Antares Tower, Mr. Darren should be working inside. When the automatic door opened, the interior resembled something out of a sci-fi movie. Numerous precision instruments operated in an orderly manner. However, there seemed to be no one in sight. Is anyone here? Mr. Darren? Who let you in? Startled by the displeased voice from deeper inside, she turned around. I'm talking to you. Who gave you the permission to get inside? Oh, aren't you one of You Yun's students? Don't you know this place has the most cutting-edge and sophisticated material manufacturing machines in Oxia? It's Mr. Darren, Oxia's top expert in materials and machinery. He might not like dealing with people, but apparently he becomes talkative when discussing his inventions. Hello, Mr. Darren. I'm sorry for disturbing your work. Well, at least you're sorry. Now, get out. Please, I came here for your help. Do you know what this is? Darren patted the machine beside him, raising his chin. It looks like a high-polymer material grinder. Indeed. You know quite a bit. Yes, it's those grinders like this one which tirelessly produce essential parts for industries in Oxia. Darren proudly patted the machine again, this time with even more force. Our material center has a tremendous mission. Our work is irreplaceable, and I am the technical backbone and management core of this place. Do you think someone like me, with all these responsibilities, would drop everything at the drop of a hat because of a student who isn't even a researcher yet? Seemingly to emphasize his impatience, Darren struck the machine beside him with even greater force. Mr. Darren, please calm down. Don't damage the valuable equipment. Are you telling me how to run things here? Let me tell you. A massive noise accompanied by a surge of electricity exploded in an instant. Mr. Darren, are you okay? As you can see, the work at the Materials Center is not only important, but also full of challenges and risks. Yes. What did you want me to help with just now? Oh, Nightingale, why do you weep? Is it that night hath stolen your beloved so dear? Oh, my apologies. No worries. I see that you are lost in your own world again, Miss Lucia. Oh, I really do apologize, Entropy. The troupe has a new performance today, and as I was pondering the lines for the play, I got carried away. It's quite alright, as long as you don't stumble upon anything. I thank you for your concern, Entropy. By the way, there's a favor I'd like to ask of you. Would you deliver this letter to my pen pal? Pen pal? Yes, we've been corresponding for a year and a half, though we remain unaware of each other's true identities. I'm certain that he is the one person in the world who understands me best. No problem at all. Leave it to me. Wonderful. I'm counting on you. My pen pal will be at the Antares Square at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Simply deliver this letter to him. What's with this delivery method? While letter writing may be rare in this day and age, the city should still provide postal service for traditional mail. But to send one, I must write the recipient's address, and if I have to do that, I would discover his true identity, wouldn't I?
种特别的味道。会遇到什么有趣的事呢？
Right, and Terrace Square isn't far from the building. We can get there on foot. The first time you take this elevator, you're gonna feel a little dizzy. You are going down 100 floors in just 1 minute after all. 100 floors! How exciting! The elevator gradually makes its way down. Let's wait here. I wonder when Lucia's pen pal will arrive. What a strange way to communicate. Come on, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Waiting around an uncertain amount of time and waiting for someone whose identity is a mystery. Lucia might feel the same way too. Indeed, it's almost like a competitive game. You don't know your teammate's identity, nor do you know if they will become your foe. I don't think those two situations can be compared. Maybe. After all, I rarely team up with others while playing games. I mean, I can defeat all of them by myself. Are you here to deliver a message for Aurora? I'm sorry for being late. Wow. You are Mr. Qian Sheng from the Material Center. Are you alright? Nothing much. It's simply a way of greeting. Quite distinctive, isn't it? So you're Miss Aurora's pen pal? Yes, that's me. So you are... I'm Entropy, a student at the Data Research Institute. I've come to deliver the letter for Aurora. I thought so. No wonder your voice sounded familiar. Turns out we move in same circles. Thanks. Hold on. Aren't you going to hand over the letter to me? Entropy, you have some unique pals around you, huh? Mr. Qian Sheng, are your eyes alright? What? What's wrong with my eyes? It's just a pair of decorative glasses. My vision is perfectly fine. Perhaps it would be more convincing if you didn't say that while facing the wall. What do you know? I'm merely contemplating. What? Do you have a problem with that? Nothing. Here's a letter from Miss Aurora. But considering current condition, can you really read what's written in the letter? When Miss Aurora handed us this letter, she was filled with anticipation. Are you really saying that it's okay to dash her hopes? Ah, sorry about earlier. Please keep what's happened a secret from Miss Aurora. I also apologize for hiding from you the fact that there's a problem with my eyes. Wouldn't call it hiding. Out of all of us here, you're the only one with actual vision issues. Ah, that's true. I know I'm just lying to myself. Thankfully, these electronic prosthetic eyes make me almost indistinguishable from ordinary people in most aspects. No big deal, just a little mishap. No need to dwell on it. Thank you. Speaking of which, Entropy, I've heard that you always lend a hand to the residents of the building, solving all sorts of problems. Can I ask your assistance in finding material to repair my prosthetic eyes? The materials are located in the sea of data. I'll provide you with the corresponding coordinates. The sea of data? In that case, I'll head there. Safe and sound. Let's check around for clues.
附近有波化能反应，要小心哦。
A monster from the sea of data. It looks like they're surrounding something. Maybe materials Qiansheng needs. Let's check it out. Uh-oh, looks like nothing's here. Let's keep looking nearby. Leave it to me. Looks like we'll need to figure out a special way to open this chest. Wow, what's this thing doing in a sea of data? I'm awful with this sort of stuff. If we can figure out the pattern, we should be able to get it unlocked. Let me try. Of course you figure it out, Entropy. I ought to call you the genius of Oxia. You're gonna make me blush. Now that we've got everything Qiansheng needed, let's head back and give it to him. You handed over the prosthetic eye materials to Qiansheng a little bit later. Haha, sight restoration is successful. Truly, I am a brilliant mechanic of the highest caliber. I could even repair an electronic eye with my eyes literally closed. I see someone's mood has regained its spark as well. I should have filmed how you were like before. What are you saying? I haven't got the slightest clue. None at all. But still, your vision impairment isn't your fault. Why did you hide it from us? You have to be joking. As a highly skilled mechanic of Oxia who trained under Darren, if my peers found out I'm blind as a bat, I'd be the laughingstock of the industry. But will this be enough to hide that fact? Let's change the subject. Oh yes, I wish to compose a response to Aura. Could you run another errand for me? You want to deliver it directly to her hands, right? Correct. Given my current appearance, it would be problematic if she were to see the real me and get disappointed. Leave it to us. So much time has passed. Is it done? It's a letter for Aurora after all. I must choose my words carefully. Thank you for everything. I owe you big time. If you ever need my help, don't hesitate to seek me out. Give the letter to Lucia. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to read his reply carefully. By the way, you've met him in person, haven't you? What kind of person is he? Confident, energetic, and outgoing. I think that isn't counted as lying. He truly is a complete opposite of me. And what of his eyes? Are they beautiful? Actually, I have a congenital hearing impairment, which is why I've always had few friends. Even though I regained my hearing through hearing aids, I've become accustomed to being on my own. I met my pen pal Ch1-Ye by a total coincidence. While sorting through fan mail for the troupe, I happened to stumble upon his letter. His critiques of the play deeply resonated with me, so I took the liberty of writing a personal response. Through our correspondence, we discovered that not only do our tastes in theater align, but our personalities, hobbies, and everything else are remarkably similar. That's how we became pen pals. He's always there to encourage and support me, giving me the confidence to interact with more people. That's how I was able to become friends with you too, you know? He often tells me that as long as we treat each other sincerely, language becomes insignificant. True friends can understand each other's thoughts with just a shared look. So I believe he must possess a pair of captivating and radiant eyes. So that's the reason. Explains why Qian was trying to conceal the truth about his eyes. His eyes is a pair of eyes that tells a tale. Senna. That's wonderful. I truly wish to see those eyes in person, but now is not the opportune time. I'm certain that in my current state, I would only disappoint him. I plan to meet him once I become more mature and accomplished. I sincerely appreciate your assistance this time, even though I couldn't be of much help. If you ever plan to visit the theater for a performance, do let me know, and I'll reserve tickets for you. Oxia City has maintained an annual crime rate of less than 50 cases for 5 consecutive years. As a guardian, I exist primarily to validate the existence of the security department. I seem to have met you before. Perhaps you've encountered one of my kind. After all, I'm just a machine who prattles on. Nothing special, certainly not precious and mass-produced. Those guys are way luckier than me. At least they're comfortably ensconced in their own lives, thinking that as long as they work, live, and then get scrapped, they'll have lived a decent life. But what is the reality? Even if they actually achieve their so-called value, what does it represent? Life is a scam, whether we're talking about us or humans. If there's anything real in this world, at least the gun in my hand is. Anything within fire range will be turned into mincemeat by this bad boy. Want to give it a try? Nothing, just passing by. See, I knew it. Well then, farewell. I hope your life won't be plagued by the same existential pondering as mine.